Podcast with your brother, Old God and SamAnt. We going in today on this Tuesday. We want to encourage everybody to check us out live Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. All you have to do is type in the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It will definitely be live. Now, you said you had a story on Ice Cube.
Yeah, man. Well, I sent you the text on Ice Cube, and he jumped on his Instagram today and dropped something very interesting. He's obviously sitting there with LL Cool J, two music icons and legends. We all know they got that $1 billion backing for their sports network that they're trying to launch back in November. So they're making major moves. He dropped this on his Instagram. We'll put that on top for the people right here. The time is now for new voices in sports, media, and culture. Tell Charter to stop their anti-competitive actions and allow for minority-empowered ownership. He drops the number below, like you see, 888-437-2427. Charter PR@charter.com. And underneath his comment is, it's time for a new day. Now, we've been talking about empowerment forever since we started the platform a little over a year ago now, when we started Hip Hop News Uncensored. When you started, and then you gracefully brought me on, and then I started Viral Hip Hop News, and we just got all this shit started. We've always been wanting to empower.
Word.
That's been just the mantra. That's why I went salute to Nipsey, God rest his soul. When we seen him, it was dope. When we seen the Culture Vultures with Dame and Kenyatta, it was dope. We just love to see those kind of things.
Word.
So when Ice Cube and LL, when we seen them doing it, dope. And he seems like he's really calling on people and calling people out right now. Oh, God. Now, the Charter, Tell Charter. I don't know what that is. I've been looking it up. I really can't have any success in finding Charter, what that exactly is. So pardon us for not having proper knowledge in that. But what do you think about this in his calling out of some people higher ups and really asking the people to get behind his brand?
I mean, that's always, guys like Ice Cube, Nipsey. That's always kind of been, that thing when you talk about Ice Cube, even, with the NWA, that whole thing, and, the Jerry Heller, and, he's always been kind of like the spoken guy. But my thing is, like, even not to talk too much about the Nipsey thing, but I'm all about, like you said, we're all about empowering, our people. But it always seems like to me, like there's an agenda against, in particular, Black empowerment. In particular in this country. It just seems like every time there's something like, because why should this even be a problem? Like, we look at the lack of ownership in the NFL, the NBA. Why should this even be a problem? But it's something we have to deal with. So I don't have a problem with Chinese people empowering their people. I don't have a problem with any nationality of people empowering their people. But I am for Black people in the U.S. and all around the world for empowering themselves, because I'm Black. Why wouldn't I be for that? You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's a great thing. That's a great thing. It's a great thing to speak out against, anything. Like if this was if it was lopsided, more another race than another race, I would not be mad at the race that was at the bottom speaking out. I just wouldn't. You know what I mean? Unless probably I was at that one, the one doing the oppression. Those are the people that would be mad. So I salute it. It's a great thing. I like to see these guys come together and do things like this. We look at what Nipsey was doing. He laid out his whole redistribution of wealth plan. A smart dude. So this is the vein we coming in, and we won't be intimidated or scared by anything that goes on to prevent, our people from doing this. Indeed.
And what I agree with Ice Cube, and what I'll extend on, is you got to support. When you see us doing individuality, or which we're sitting here trying to empower each other or doing it on our own, you got to support. You got to support the big three. You got to support Nipsey's movement and go buy a t-shirt right now. Go support his brand. Go listen to his music. If you didn't do it before, goddamn it, do it now.
Right.
Understand what he was doing. Look at the STEM program that he had going on. Look at the outreach programs he had going in his community. And if you begin to get some wealth and understanding, start doing it on your own. Start going to seminars, even though you may think they're bullshit. When you see DJ Envy and our man Caesar Pena going and knocking from city to city, trying to give some of their knowledge and their wealth out to these people, because they done found some success in it, and build with these people, because the more we build together, the more we have a voice, and money talks. And we already have hard enough time. You talk about they got $1 billion back and are still getting a fucking hard time. We still jump over hurdles with the money. So we need to be solidified. And that's not to try to say that we're trying to take over doing any of this. Hey, the best will speak for itself once it's an even playing field. But we can't run underneath the fucking rocks where y'all sitting here running on this nice track and this and that, a third. And the only way that happens is if we build it together. That being said, you got to support it. And a lot of times, unfortunately, you find it to where we don't. And I'll just use us for prime example, not to sit here and try to say that we clout chasing or looking for anything, but an individual platform, 3 major platforms behind it. You would think that motherfuckers would be like, yo, man, we need to ride and blah, 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 blah. But they run to other platforms.
But still, I mean, you know, I don't want to, you know, even though we have that, we do get a lot of support.
That's a fact.
People, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know, so, you know, but always you do have the people who think that, you know, the ice is colder on the other side. You definitely have those people, you know what I mean? And we would love, you know, to have the people, you know, that are in the industry and whatnot. We would love to sit down and speak with those people. It's only a matter of time before they'll be here. But I get it though, man. Definitely.
Nah, indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
We just gotta support.
Yeah, no doubt. When this stuff like this come up, got to get behind it. If not, don't complain when stuff doesn't go our way.
And you don't gotta support weak shit. I'm not saying just because they're black and you black that you gotta support some weak shit. Don't do that either. If their brands don't live up to expectation, don't support it. They got to live up to expectation as well. So when you see your Ice Cubes and LLs, they produce great product.
That's a good point.
Respond to that and give them the credit due. When you see your No Limits, or when you see Nipsey going out and giving a great product out, if them Crenshaw shirts look dope and they flying the way you rep it and support it. That's how you got to do it. And if you see somebody local, somebody on your social media that may be just trying to get it and they shit happens to be dope and you genuinely appreciate the product, put it on and support it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's actually a huge point, because a lot of times people get frustrated for people not supporting them, but your shit is garbage.
You got to be
product
right.
is garbage. Everything about it is garbage. So that's a great point. I'm glad you made that.
You got to be right. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam. And we're going to encourage everybody that's listening on YouTube to go ahead and share this video with at least one other person. Send them a text message. Hit them up on Facebook. Post it up on the Facebook timeline. Let them know to check out the Uncensored Truth podcast. We are definitely going to continue to be rocking. We'll be back Thursday, you know, this week, unless you got something else over there.
I got one more, Old God, for the way out, man. We didn't talk about this in the pre-production, but I was thinking about this. So Russell Simmons, Def Jam mogul. He's out in India right now doing his meditation. I love meditation, so I completely agree with what he's doing. But it's a lot of people saying, including his Jane Doe, that's accusing him of rape and sexual allegations. They're accusing him of fleeing the country to allegedly avoid prosecution for sexual assault, and reveals that he plans on touching back. Oh, no, excuse me. He's denying those responses, but those responses were out there. So now he came back out and is saying that he denies that. He plans to return to U.S. soil shortly. He said a spokesperson for Simmons tells The Blast that the anonymous accuser's assertion that Mr. Simmons is hiding out in Bali, a county that does not have an extradition treaty with the United States, is false. And as her other accusations against Mr. Simmons, which she claims took place 31 years ago. What's your thoughts on this, man? Is our man Russell Simmons out there? Is he fucking high now?
Maybe just a coincidence they have the non-extradition. But, you know, a lot of people were saying that. Remember, we talked about that. I forgot who we were talking about, but we was talking about Russell, you know, just got ghosted out of here. Obviously, he's protecting his interests, his assets. It could be a situation where, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but maybe it's a situation where he didn't really do nothing and he sees the media trying to come down on him. He said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Or it could be a situation where he knows he did it and he's saying, I got to get the fuck out of here. Either way, you know what I mean? It could be either one of them, but you know, I don't really know how to feel about it, man. I just don't know how serious the allegations are, if he really did it, you know, or not, because there's been a lot of allegations lately, man.
This is what I'll say. Yeah, you can't say we don't know. We weren't there, so we can't say whether he did it or not. This is what I will say. In a day and age where it was very, very popular and it was a wave where it was easy to say this about your high celebrities, on top of the fact that he was in a very drug cultured environment once he got big. He admitted to just wanting, he said it, he wanted vagina and he wanted cocaine. Point blank period, just to kind of make that as nice as PG as possible, because that's not what he said. He said something else. We already know.
Right.
He wanted that and cocaine. And we already know the lifestyle that they live, cocaine, that it was a bunch of sex going on. So yeah, it could not have been out of the realm of imagination that he could have had sex with this woman 31 years ago. He probably doesn't remember. She probably doesn't remember. It was some wild times. That ain't cause for rape. We got to be careful. And when you see Bill Cosby go to jail, whether you think he's guilty or not, off of hearsay alone, because no DNA evidence could be proven, none of that.
Right.
Just hearsay alone. He looking at it, the situation is, fuck this, I'm gone.
Yeah, I ain't, you know what I'm saying?